Tonight, the situation in Venezuela continues to develop. The country's Supreme Court has appointed Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez now as acting president, following yesterday's capture of President Nicolas Maduro. Meanwhile, the Colombian military is on standby along the Venezuelan border. Senior national correspondent David Culver has more.
You can see behind me the reinforcement from the Colombian side headed towards Venezuela of Colombian military personnel establishing themselves here so as to have a show of force and perhaps try to convey some sense of stability, at least at this crossing. This is the Simón Bolívar Bridge. So here we are in Cúcuta, Colombia. Headed this way is Venezuela. And you can see cars are coming over from Venezuela. I've even seen a few folks walking over, and you've got motorbikes and bicycles. And the same from the Colombian side going into Venezuela. So it's moving at a rather normal pace for a Sunday morning. But this is a very interesting town in that it's a big indicator of what could come. It's essentially a pressure valve, if you will, of the migration that has been happening in recent years. I mean, Colombia is home to some 3 million Venezuelans who have fled in the past decade or so. And when you think about the total number since 2014, it's 7.5, 8 million Venezuelans who have left, many of them coming through this border so as to then continue on, and we've met them along the way, through South America and into Central America and into the U.S. But now it's a point of uncertainty, skepticism, and what happens next. This could be one of those places that we get a real indication of next steps. For example, if folks feel like things have stabilized and now that Maduro's gone, they can return to their home and reestablish their lives, this is one of those crossings in which that could happen. However, if they feel like there's more uncertainty, more instability, more fracturing in Venezuela, you could see more Venezuelans coming over and trying to flee whatever instability and uncertainty that is taking place in Venezuela. So this is a place that we're watching closely for that reason. And you can see the Colombian military is also on standby, trying to get an idea as to what next steps might be and how they might need to respond.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the United States wants to see a democratic transition in Venezuela. Rubio says this is not war against the country, it's a war against drug trafficking organizations. He also says the Trump administration will seek congressional approval for any actions it believes require it.